certain like outcasts or whoever, like more like you can find people that really match your views and your tastes or different things, you know. But the point is that like you're not gonna get along with everybody in your neighborhood necessarily. You're certainly not gonna like have everything in common with them, except the thing that is really important that you have in common is like where you live.
Yeah.
And like maybe actually it's more important to learn to overcome differences.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just like, if people don't like you, maybe you can like, maybe they're right sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe that can actually help you see the things that you need to work on.
Yeah.
Or it can help you be like, no, I have thought about it, I've worked through it, and this is what I believe, and I will like stand to anybody but still wanting them to like be on my side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like we're stronger together.
Yeah. I just keep thinking about how like I worked at cafes a lot, and do I need to stand here? There's so many bugs. Like at the end of the day, at like a restaurant or a cafe or whatever, like you're trying to get people a safe product. Like that's really what it takes. And like it's actually like that's hard to do and hard to like manage to do, and it just like takes everything working together to like not give a bunch of people food poisoning or like I don't know, like get expired milk out, or like just having the order right, or like I don't know, we like really thought something was wrong with our supply chain at some point with the whipped cream we were using, and it was just someone doing whippets like but we figured that out pretty quickly because everything worked together. But like that's because I worked at a major chain. They don't care about me individually, and they like care about not poisoning their people and giving everyone a quality product, because like that loses them money and trust and sales. But like, can we do that same thing like because we need each other, and like tragedy happens sometimes, and we need to know each other and care about each other? Like good job. Feels really good.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hey, you like don't have to get all political, you know?
Yeah, just look at the bird.
I don't mean it.
Here, come get some of these flies off of me.
It's a good bird.
I wish I had a lizard to get to.
Where'd our daughter go? We are not talking about Armageddon or the apocalypse or like the big revolt or whatever, or like revolution, big R, whatever. Like we're talking about Pearl Harbor, we're talking about Lahaina, we're talking about like here, we're talking about like over there.
Right over
like,
there.
We're talking about like a real path that we can learn from. And I don't know what happened to Gen X or boomers, but I have not learned those things from the mentors I thought I would have, and that is frustrating. Like now I have to go back and find mentors like through books or through mostly through books, and just like see what happened last time 100 years ago, and what can we learn, and what was just flat out wrong. I don't know, like we have the have the luxury of learning from history,
Mm-hmm.
and no one seems interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? It's nesting in there. Nesting. Nesting. Gonna make a bee nest. Gonna lay some bee eggs. Gonna be so happy. I'm a bee. Gonna fly real high. Gonna be so busy. I'm kind of scared. Scared of bees. Scared of bees. I'm interested. Because, like, I was never gonna satisfy. I was never gonna fit in. I don't know what's going on. I was not. I mean, really though, like, I just stand in a room and for a long time, and people would be like, Harry Potter this, Harry Potter that, and I'd be like, yeah, and I'm nodding. I was not allowed to read Harry Potter, you know, like, I don't know what's going on, and I'm like really comfortable with that feeling, and like, I think the world needs that in a leader right now, to just be like, whatever the status quo is, I'm not gonna try to fit into it. I'm like not trying to like people please or play like respectability politics or like get people that are perceived to be in some sort of power to like me. Because I don't respect that. Like I don't care what your status is unless I need to. Like if you're the lifeguard and I'm on the beach, I care what your status is. Like if you have an authority in a situation, like I do respect that. I'm not just like, dentists are fake or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, for community and family and the stuff of like keeping us out of the grips of fascism. I think that we might be the authority in that situation, and like maybe like need to be leaders in that in a real way.
It's like how when you make friends with somebody at work. You know?
That's what I was just thinking of.
It's like you don't actually, a lot of times, have much in common with them, but if you're doing it right, you can still like be friends and maybe even like join your circles at different times, and like you can do that with people in your community too. I think that's one of the things that a church really does for people is like ideally it forces people to put aside their differences or work through them, you know, like it's something that's central to the community that everybody kind of has to participate in.
Yeah.
You would think, that would be how like local government would work or something too. Maybe it is, but
I don't know.
I think so. But I don't know. But at least like we have like the legacy of humanity that is far bigger than this like capitalist ideal that we're like struggling under.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that they said about communism when I was a kid is just true now. But it's not communism that did it.
Yeah.
So we need each other.
Well, yeah. Because like the food's got to get out and no one can get sick from it. Like, and to like be the metaphor from earlier, but also
No, I followed.
I think that one of the things I really learned about doing jobs like that was like I cannot stand the person I'm working with today, and I will happily do the dishes. I'm gonna do all the dishes all day. I'm putting my headphones in, and I like need you to understand that we don't like each other and you're not going to bother me. Don't talk to me. And the other person generally also like people mutually don't like each other all the time, and like we can just get the stuff done. And like I can make sure that like a bunch of crud doesn't build up in the syrups, because that is gonna attract ants, which will destroy. You know, like I can still work on the health and safety of the product and the food and the quality of what we're doing to serve people, but I don't have to like everyone. And I generally don't like everyone. Like there are a lot of people in this world that I find irksome.
This is so funny.
They are so funny.
They're like, oh, I got an itch. I'm gonna get real fluffy for a second.